Hello everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. I am very sick right now, but I will give you guys some market analysis. Why not? Yeah, overall the markets got a very beautiful bounce today. We caught another nice trade inside the Discord as well. We closed a long on the Nasdaq as the Nasdaq was rallying up. So congrats to the members. Now let's get into it. We'll we'll take a look here at the SPY. So SPY looks like it finished its fourth wave here, possibly just in time. I technically did invalidate it by a few ticks, but given the nature of the small time frames, we can have some room for error. Now we are going to come up here in a fifth wave most likely and make possibly a nominal high on the SPY, which means that we are approaching the danger area, right? And this third wave should probably finish somewhere around the 510 area I'm expecting, or even maybe we'll enter the sell area on the SPY. And after that, we'll get a larger retrace in a wave 4, and then we could possibly continue in a final blow off top and rally in a fifth wave, right? So that's what I'm seeing right now. We already technically could be in the ABC, meaning that the fifth wave ended here, and we're starting a larger correction. Again, I will not discount that. That is still possible. If we take a look at the triple Qs, where I have the less the less bullish scenario. So the SPY is like the ultra bullish scenario, and the triple Qs, I'm tracking it with a little bit of a less bullish scenario here. Meaning if we are going to correct and this rally here is finished, then we should roll over at any moment. This looks like an ABC already, and it could already be finished, because if we draw a fib retrace from the high to the low, we almost hit the 618. I think we hit the 618 on the IWM, and this could mean that our target could be adjusted here. Let me just adjust this just a little bit, and we'll drag it from the high, and now our 100% retrace will probably go right around here. So again, it's not, our initial target wasn't too far off. So if that does happen, then and we do drop, then this would be where you want to be looking for a possible long, and that would mean the wave 3 is in. But I wouldn't like that, because I think that the wave 3 is too small, and it would need a larger pump. All right, but maybe we'll recount things, and we'll adjust things as we go here. IWM getting a very big bounce today. It almost invalidated the first wave. The pivot was obviously down here at 190, but we hit 193, and we gapped open today and rallied back higher. So I guess this was just a very big fake out. Now, if we're going to continue up here, we need to keep pumping in the IWM. The small cap sector needs to continue its rally. Yeah, tomorrow you could have a bit of a pause day and come back and retest the trend line and then continue higher. But if it doesn't and it just starts to fall apart, then when we look at market cipher, I think we have a loss in a significant amount of momentum on the IWM. I believe it's on the weekly time frame. Is it a weekly or a 4-day or the 3-day? I forget which time frame I was looking at. But we could possibly be losing some momentum, or maybe with some shorter time frames, or maybe it's not the IWM at all. It doesn't look like it's losing momentum at all, so this thing should continue higher. I think I'm talking about something else. But let's take a look at TLT today too, because the yields, I want to cover the yields first before we dive into individual names. So the yields right now, looking at the 20-year, look at that. So the yields, we had a target labeled between 4.6 to 4.8%, and we just entered the sell area and we got rejected twice from there already. So that is already proving that we could be topping out here in the C leg, making a nominal high. I can already make 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it could be finished. It could be finished. And if it is finished, then we want to be really careful in terms of like longing the market, shorting the market, because if yields start to pull back, the equities are going to explode up. right? And that could mean that the dollar is top two, because the dollar got a very big retrace today. Well, I mean, I say very big, but it got a nice little rejection from the 668 retrace, which is usually where institutions go out and stop traders out past the 618 and then continue the move lower. So that's still possible. We obviously have a lot of data left during this week. I think tomorrow we have the U.S. Core retail sales, unemployment claims, and on Friday, I think we have the PPI coming out. So still lots of data this week, and we're still in the middle of earnings. Today, I think we had a few smaller companies. I think we had Twilio, Cisco, and Oxy. So again, I'm not sure where they're trending in the after hours, but we'll have to see. All right, let's get it over to individual names here. And I mean, we'll start off with TLT since we just covered the yields. So we've been following this count for the TLT, and I actually have the TLT going lower here. I have the TLT going into this area between 91 and 86, and the yields have, entered the sell area, which means that the TLT could truncate, and it may not do this entire, sell-off into the lower levels, and it could just start to reverse now. Is that what I'm looking for? No, I'm still looking for a move lower, but I won't discount the fact that it could truncate and end early, because we technically have reached the minimal requirements for a C leg, and that's just for it to pass the A wave. But we're going to be looking for a deeper correction in TLT, and yields possibly going a little bit higher, which means the markets should get a bit of a pause in the short to medium term. Let's take a look at ROKU. So ROKU has earnings tomorrow, and I've covered this count here plenty of times. We were looking at the bullish scenario, but because of that 8% drop the other day, this could just be a larger ABC, and we want to be careful, because if it is going to get a drop, then you could have at least a 19 to 36% of downside. But although I don't think you're going to get that much downside, but you never know in earnings. It's like you're spinning the roulette here, Russian roulette. You don't know what's going to happen. Okay, but if you do pump up and gap open, then you have a bullish target of 100 and 140 to 160. But they would have to cure cancer or do something to push the stock up from these levels all the way up to here in one trading session. Maybe post another zero like LYFT did. LYFT posted an extra zero, and their stock was trading 62% in the after hours, and then significantly lower after the release of earnings. So some people kind of bought the top there, as the prices we'll probably not see that price for quite a bit of time. Okay, let's take a look here at some other names. We'll take a look at Tesla. Tesla we've been tracking as well, and this one is reacting very nicely. So I had a buy area here for a wave 4 retrace. We are now coming out of it, so we could already be in our wave 1 here. 1, and then a 1, 2, and then come back in a, sorry, 1, come back into 2, and then continue up in a 3, 4, and a 5 to this area here. Right around 200 to 210. So that, again, that's the target, and it's been the target for quite a bit of time, and we're just going to take our time with this one, and then that's probably when we'll exit the trade, or we'll sell some calls, or we'll do something. So that's the count, and we should be following it. All right, let's head over. We'll take a look at SBUX. SBUX, another highly requested name. A bit of a sideways day today. Not too much price action, just chopping. Nice doji candle. Could be a sign of a reversal, but we'll wait to see when that happens. I'll have to see. I'll have to see with my own eyes if that's the case. But yeah, target remains the same, 102. Let's take a look at another one here. We'll take a look at NVDA. NVIDIA continues to push higher, making a new all-time high. No all-time high today? No, not a new all-time high. SMCI made a new all-time high. Again, very long in the tooth. This thing should retrace at any moment, but we're finishing up the 5th wave extension. Excuse me. And it is still has a bearish divergence here. So we'll take our time with this one, and the 3rd wave should have ended somewhere here. So I mean, you got to be patient, and then when the retrace does come, it could turn into a buying opportunity. But right now, should be shorts, if anything, but it's trying to short this is very difficult. It's like getting in front of a freight train. Let's take a look at one more. I'll do one more here. I think someone requested Mara. There we go. I remembered. So Mara, I did a bit of an ABC retrace here, a bit of a count. So you kind of have a bigger pattern going on right now. It looks to me like this was your low 1, 2, and this is a 3. Obviously, it's just very parabolic. The 4 could have ended, but you also could be still in the 4, right? But looking at it, it looks like an ABC to me. Now, could the 5th wave end and you can truncate? Yeah, you could, and then you'd have to redraw the count a little bit, or you'd have to do a more complex correction where the 4 takes a longer period of time, because this cycle here is pretty big and it's taken some time to play out. So maybe this was a 5-wave move, although it does look like an ABC, and you could force the chart if you want, right? But right now Mara could have a substantial amount of upside coming. I mean, Bitcoin is trading at 52,200 now. It's getting a nice bid. It could easily keep going. So again, getting in front of this, it might not be the right time. Let's take a look. If this was an ABC, it would have entered our buy area. And let's just see here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. So it entered the buy area between the 100% retracement to the 618, and that was your buy zone, and it reversed out of it. So I mean, the wave 4 could already be in, and you're in your 5th wave now. And if you want a 5th wave target, then I can map it out here for you guys. For Mara, let's just take a look here. So Mara, we'll just draw the pivot from wave 2, and then we'll drag it up to our low. And then you can have a target between 40 to as high as as high as 56 really, but it would be pushing it. Obviously, it would be getting extended long in the tooth, and then when that happens, Bitcoin's probably starting to run out of steam. But we'll see. We'll take it day by day, because if Bitcoin just tops out here now and reverses, then what you have here is just your A, your B, and then you're gonna go down in a C leg. All right, so it's something like this. You could have done that, and you could do this, right? ABC, and then 5-wave move down. So I mean, there's lots of possibilities. And this would be a larger pattern, right? A larger 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of a cycle. This would be a whole cycle, and then you'd go up to new levels here. After you retrace, you go up to new highs on Mara, right? And then you can have some targets from these levels, right? And I mean, like, you could really get creative with these ones, like somewhere here, and then it just keeps going to like 240. I mean, it's very possible. Anything is possible, and I wouldn't get in front of this thing right now. Okay, that's it for now. Let's cover natural gas, oil, and then we'll finish off with that's it. I'm very tired and I'm very sick. Okay, so nat gas obliterated today again, just pounded into oblivion, new low. Although you have a substantial amount of bullish divergence now. I mean, like, this low was here at 20, and now you're at 21, and then it started to reverse a little bit, but we need to see follow through. And if we do see follow through, then the ABC, or I mean, is this an ABC? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would be looking for a 5-wave move lower, right? We would be looking for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 4 would not go above here. The 4 would probably stop at $2, and then you'd go to $1 or 90 cents or something, and that's unfortunate. But if that's the case, then we got to look for new levels. All right, and then we'll take a look at oil. So oil right now, it's really struggling here at $78. If it's playing the bearish scenario, then all this was a bear flag retrace. I mean, it could just be a 2. It could just be a larger 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, right? You go lower. But we'll see when the day comes. Right now, the markets are continuing to be bought up. There's just too much good news. People are too euphoric, and we need probably a bigger shakeout. Anyways, have a nice evening, guys. Peace.